Okay, so properties of triangle means 18 completed, 19th one. Instead of giving sides of two sides of a triangle, they gave a quadratic equation whose roots are the sides and the angle between them is 60. So something like this is A, this is B, this is C, this is angle C, this is side C, which is 60 degrees. And they wanted to know what is this. And A comma B are roots of 4x square minus 2 root 6x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, I may not need to find A and B separately. I know A plus B is 2 root 6 by 4, which is root 6 by 2. A into B is 1 by 4. According to cosine rule, C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. A square, okay, I don't need to find it. I can write this as A plus B whole square minus 2AB. A square plus B square, I can write A plus B whole square minus 2AB minus 2AB cos C and substitute now. A plus B is root 6 by 2 whole square. This is 2 into 1 by 4. This is 2 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. This is 6 by 4 minus 1 by 2. 2 will cancel. This is minus 1 by 4. So when I take 4, it is 6 minus 2 minus 1, 3 by 4. So C will be root 3 by 2. Okay, there's nothing simple, straightforward cosine rule, but A and B are not given directly, indirectly. So 20 is also quite similar. That means you have to find third side and then add all the three sides. Okay, 19 I can erase, right?
Yes, sir.
20 also angle is 60. The coordinate equation is different. That's all. X square minus 2 root 3x plus 2 equal to 0. A plus B is 2 root 3 and AB is 2. Formula is this. A plus B is 2 root 3 whole square minus 2 into 2 minus 2 into 2 into 1 by 2. 12 minus 4 minus 2, which is 6. Now they want A plus B plus C, the perimeter. A plus B is 2 root 3 and C is 6. 2 root 3 plus 6. No, C is root 6. Sorry. Okay, 21. Of course, in sine rule earlier, all the angles are given. They ask greatest side or something. Now all the sides are given. They want smallest angle. Smallest angle will be opposite to smallest side. In this, which is the smallest side? Root 24 or 6 plus root 12? Root 24. Root 24 is around 5. Whereas 6 plus root 12 is more than 9. So this is less than, this is root 48, which is less than 6 plus root 12. So when you take some triangle ABC, if you want to find this angle, that's all. This is root 24. This is some 6 plus root 12, and this is some root 48 or something. So we want angle A. So cos A is equal to B square plus C square minus A square by 2B. That is 6 plus root 12 whole square plus root 48 whole square minus root 24 whole square by 2 into 6 plus root 12 into root 40.
Five by 6.
Achha. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, you said you would clear doubts from inverse trigonometry, advanced material.
Yeah, I remember. Monday I'll discuss. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, for next exam, you will have both inverse trigonometry and properties of triangle. First exercise will be there. So
That's all, sir.
from this track, other track you will have something.
Okay.
Not the
Hyperbolic functions also there is there. Inverse trigonometric functions, hyperbolic functions, and properties
Yes.
of triangle first exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, just to simplify this, 36 plus 12 root 12 plus 12 plus 48 minus 24 by 2 into 6 plus root 12 is 2 root 3 and 2 root 48 is 16 into 3, so 4 root 3. Okay, this is 48, so 24, 72. This is 2 root 3, so 24 root 3. This is 2. I can take 4 root inside, so 8 into 6 root 3 plus 6. Okay, if I take 24 root 3 common, it is root 3 plus 1. If I take 8 into 6 common, root 3 plus 1. Root 3 plus 1, root 3 plus 1 cancel. 8 into 3, this is finally coming root 3 by 2. That is 30 degrees, right?
Yes.
So angle A is 30 degrees, 5 by 6. I don't think the question is made this randomly some numbers. They might have taken two sides and took one angle as 30, found the third side, and then they gave the question. Otherwise, if you randomly write numbers, how it will nicely adjust to root 3 by 2. It will come some other number. Okay. It is my question is made some other way, but we don't have to worry. Okay, 22 is a nice question where to get an idea how to adjust this. Once again, 22 question, one equation and how many unknowns?
3 unknowns.
3 unknowns.
3 unknowns. So this kind of thing should happen only for extreme values. Otherwise, you fix A value and B value, you'll get C value. Fix another A and another B, you'll get another C. So there will be infinite such values. Okay. Maybe here also infinite such values may be there, but they may have some kind of relation. You have to get an idea, somehow bring everything one side and write it as sum of many perfect squares. Because when you write sum of many perfect squares, we can say that if sum should be 0 means each one of them should be 0. I can multiply 2 on both sides or 4 on both sides. We have to try on that. So let me multiply 4, just experimenting it. 4a square plus 4b square plus 4c square minus 4ca minus 4ab root 3 equal to 0. I'm not saying 4 is better. Somebody can multiply 2 and try also, anything wrong in that. A is common here and here. Okay. This I can write a root 3 whole square and 2b 4b square. Okay. Let us see this. 4a square, I am going to write 3a square plus a square. 4b square, I am going to write 2b whole square. 4c square, I am going to write 2c whole square. Minus 4ca is 2 into a into 2c. 4ab is into root 3 is 2 into a root 3 into 2b equal to 0. I'm going to combine this, and this one, and this one. Okay, when you take this together, it will be a minus 2c whole square. This will be, this actually 3a square. It's okay. Let it be root 3a minus 2b whole square equal to 0. Something square plus something is 0, means this is 0, this is 0. So this implies a minus 2c whole square equal to root 3a minus 2b whole square equal to 0. That means a equal to 2c and root 3a equal to 2b. This is good enough for us to find a is to b is to c ratio, and that ratio is enough to find all the angles. And if they come right angle triangles, it's more easy. If I take a is to b is to c, I can write b and a in terms of c. In terms of a, what is b? Root 3 a by 2. What is c? A by 2. So when I cancel a and multiply 2 is to root 3 is to 1. You know, 2 square plus root 3 whole square plus 1 square equal to 2 square. Okay. So this is already right angle triangle. So it is more easy now. Root 3, 1 and 2. This is root 3, this is 1, this is 2. Or any multiple of that, I can take root 3k and 1 into k and 2 into k, after all ratio. And ABC, A is opposite to 2, B is opposite to root 3, C is opposite to this. Okay, and this angle is 30 degrees because opposite side by adjacent side, and this is 60. Okay, if they did not come a Pythagorean triad, or that is this, then I need to use the cosine rule to find each angle separately. Let us say here we would have got 3 is to 4 is to 5. You cannot tell the angles. You have to take 3k, 4k, 5k and find cos A. Apply cosine rule, you'll get cos A. Similarly, cos B. You have to apply cosine rule 3 times. Because here Pythagorean triad, it is easier. Pythagorean triad means a square plus b square equal to c square. So it's a right angle triangle with angle A 90, angle C 30, and angle B 60. Okay, 23 we can do in 2 ways. So we'll come back to it. 23. Okay, you can do done by cosine rule. There is one more formula also, it can be done. So I want to get back to that little later. or we might as well finish it. Okay, 23 also will complete and then we'll go further. Okay, try to complete 23 also. We'll do 23 and then we'll do 25 also. Okay. All right, I'm going to erase. Anybody needs more time?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. I want 23. After that, I want to do 27. Sorry, 23, 27. Okay, 23. Angle A is equal to 60. I think later on we'll be using cos A formula. That is cos A result that we get. B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC is 1 by 2. That is B square plus C square minus A square equal to BC. Coming to the question, 1 plus A by C plus B by C into 1 plus C by B minus A by B. Okay, when I take LCM, this is C plus A plus B by C. This is B plus C minus A by B. Here and here, same C is there, same B is there. So this is actually C plus B plus A. Let me write like that. C plus B plus A. And let me write here C plus B minus A. So it will come C plus B whole square minus A square by BC. But C plus B whole square is C square plus B square plus 2BC minus A square by BC. Okay, what is C square plus B square minus A square? You can write BC. Okay, this together will become 1 BC based on that result. Okay, so I can write that as BC plus 2BC by BC, 3BC by BC, which is 3. 27 also quite simple question. They want us to find AB cos C plus A into B cos C plus C cos B. Of course, directly we have a projection rule, it is A square. I apply cosine rule, it will come. 27, if you somebody complete it, it's okay, otherwise we'll do later. Okay. There's a reason I said we'll do later, even though it's simple question. Okay, we've done sine rule and cosine rule. So next left will be tangent rule. Okay, everybody completed this one? 23?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before going further with the tangent rule, because sine rule and cosine rule we use very extensively, tangent rule we use hardly 2-3 questions, not so much. It's not so useful. Okay, but before that, regarding area of triangle, let us learn few formulas. Okay, so first concept is sine rule, second concept is cosine rule, third concept is area. Okay, for area of triangle, only one rule we know, half into base into height, basically at the beginning stages. So if I take this as A, this as B, this as C, this is small a, this is small c, this is B. This is height h. So delta is equal to half into base into height. Base is small a and height is h. Half into a into, in the place of height I can write C sine B. Okay, basically this is a formula, delta equal to half AC sine B. But according to sine rule, C sine B can be written as B sine C also.
Yes, sir.
We have formula that C sine B is same as B sine C. If you remove C sine B and write B sine C, it will become half AB sine C. Or you can write A sine B as B sine A. Then it will become half BC sine A. Okay. Basically, all these three formulas say only one thing. You take, if you want area of triangle, take this side into sine of angle between them, half of that. If somebody takes this side and this side, take sine of this angle. If somebody takes this side and this side, multiply sine of this angle. So, product of two sides into sine of angle between them, half of that is area of the triangle. Later on, we'll use this in vectors. When you take this length into sine of this angle, it is actually cross product of these two vectors. Because what is the definition of dot product? A into B into cos theta. And cross product vector magnitude? Magnitude of first vector?
AB
Yeah,
sine
AB sin theta. That is exactly this formula, AB sin C, that's theta. Okay. So when in vectors we'll study how to find area of a triangle. Okay. In 3D geometry also they may give this is 2, 3, 5, this 5, 7, 9 something. You will not be able to find area in 3D geometry. You have to go to vectors and do it only. Okay. Vectors and 3D are same, and some questions which cannot be done in 3D they can be done in vectors. Even for that matter, even in 2D geometry, for example, forget about properties of triangle. This is 2, 3, this is 5, 7, and this is 4, 2. How to find this angle? Can anybody give an idea? Regular two-dimensional geometry. I'll give 3 vertices and ask this angle.
We find the slope.
So slope of these two by not.
1 minus m2.
Yeah, you can find slope of this and slope of this and use tan theta equal to mod m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But you don't know. But you don't know whether you are finding this angle or this angle. Because these are all sides now. Okay, you are finding angle between these two lines. What is the guarantee that you are finding this angle? You may be finding this angle. isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So by your 2D geometry, it is not possible to find. That means you don't know whether you're finding this and this. Of course, the only way is you find this angle and this angle, this angle and this angle, this angle and this angle, and see which three is adding up to 180. They are the angles of the triangle. That is a lot of work. But in vectors, it is very easy because vectors can take care of direction also. So we'll take exactly this vector and exactly this vector in this direction. Possible to find this angle. If we change the direction, you are finding this angle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Another way to manage this in 2D geometry, you know all the vertices, find this length, this length, this length, whichever angle you want, use cosine rule.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you don't want to use vectors, you can use cosine rule, but only by 2D geometry or only by 3D geometry, it is not possible to find the angles or area. Of course, area we have a formula. I'm talking about angles. In 3D, we cannot find area also. All right. Okay, this is one formula which says if you want area of triangle, you should know two adjacent sides and angle between them. If you know, you can find the area. But you can change this slightly. Half into AC. In the place of sine B, I'll write B by 2R. Then ABC by 4R. That is another formula. In terms of sides, product of the three sides by 4 times the circumradius. According to sine rule, sine B is B by 2R, or sine C is C by 2R, or sine A is A by 2R. Okay, so converting to sides, I can convert everything into angles. How is that? In the place of small a, I can write 2R sine A. In the place of small c, I can write 2R sine C. In the place of sine B, I'll write sine B1. So if I take cancel 1, 2, it will come 2R square sine A, sine B, and sine C. Okay, so this is one formula for area of triangle. Another formula is delta equal to ABC by 4R. This is also useful for the other way. Later on, we'll see circumradius equal to ABC by 4 delta. That way also you can write. Where you can find circumradius of a triangle if you know area. Another one is this in terms of angles. This in terms of angles, this in terms of sides. This is formula for circumradius, and this is for in general. We are not yet derived that Heron's formula root over s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. We will derive, but derive some more formulas and using them. Of course, Heron's formula is existing much before somehow they call it. Even before Heron's great grandfather born also, it was there in India. They were using in Indian Vedic mathematics. Now it's all right. Okay.
Sir, what is this R here?
Is my board is blur?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let us see for a minute. It may get adjusted.
Yes, sir. It's blur.
Okay. It should be all right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is everybody copied?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in mains material we did not give. Later on when I send some more homework in properties of triangle, try to complete the sine rule questions. Then I'll send question numbers related to cosine rule, and then I'll send related to area. Okay. Okay. Next, so three things we discussed. Fourth thing is projection rule. Okay, this projection rule is a very simple one. Let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. I'll draw an altitude D here. Okay. And this is small c and this is angle B. This is small b and this is angle C. From triangle ABD, right angle triangle, I can say BD is equal to C cos B. And in triangle ADC, I can say CD is equal to B cos C. Okay, this is a simple right angle triangle, hypotenuse is C, this is B, so adjacent side is C cos B. Okay, by adding these two, you'll get side BC. So small a, which is BC, is equal to BD plus CD, which is C cos B plus B cos C. Okay, this is called projection rule. Why it is called projection is, if you project light here, okay, the shadow of AB is BD and the shadow of AC is BC. So the shadow is called projection. Projection of AB along BC is BD. Projection of AC along BC is DC. By adding the two projections, we are getting BC length. That's what it's called projection rule. Okay. So the three formulas are A is equal to B cos C plus C cos B, and by similarly B equal to C cos A plus A cos C, and C is equal to A cos B plus B cos A. All the same, just cyclic order. Is it clear about the derivation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, now please listen, especially in IP homework, there are some questions. If you use cosine rule, answer will come, but if you use projection rule, it will come more easy. For example, somebody can prove this by cosine rule. Why? What is cos C? Use the formula. What is cos B? Use the formula. Substitute it, you will get A. No doubt about it. Okay, but it is unnecessary. Directly you can use this rule. For example, I can start with B cos C plus C cos B. Write cos C as A square plus B square minus C square by 2AB, and cos B as A square plus C square minus 2AC by minus B square by 2AC. Here C will cancel, here B will cancel, denominators are same. I can add numerators, I'll get A square plus B square minus C square plus A square plus C square minus B square by 2A. B square and minus B square will cancel, minus A square, C square will cancel. 2A square by 2A, which is A. Okay, what we proved simply by projections just on the figure. You can use cosine rule and prove it also. Okay, so there are some questions where if you use cosine rule, it will come, but if you use projection rule, you don't have to do the little bit of calculation there. Maybe I'll discuss some questions based on projection rule, which are not there in mains material, but still I'll dictate some questions and you can do it. All right, can I erase this whole thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll write some questions on projection rule. You can try to prove it. Sigma b plus c cos a equal to 2s. Especially in this chapter, sigma means sum of three things. You write this expression. The next expression is wherever b is there, you write c. Wherever c is there, you write a, and wherever a is there, you write b. Again, to say the same thing. Wherever b is there, you write c, and all that. We'll get one more term. Adding all the three terms. It's only three terms, not more. Okay. For example, this one, if you want to solve, if you start with LHS, it is b plus c cos a. It is b becomes c becomes a, and a becomes b cos b, and a plus b cos c. If I expand this, I'll get b cos a plus c cos a, c cos b plus a cos b, and a cos c plus b cos c. Now b cos a and a cos b I can add, c cos a and a cos a I can add, and these two I can add. B cos a plus a cos b plus c cos a plus a cos c plus c cos b plus b cos c. This is c, this is b, this is a plus b plus c by 2 is s, semi-perimeter. So it is 2s, 2 into a plus b plus c by 2, which is 2s. You can see same question. If you use cosine rule, it will become complicated. If you directly use cos a here, you don't know what to do. The big expressions will come. So that is exactly the point. In this chapter, you have to see which formula, if you use, it is easier. If you use some other formula, it will become unnecessarily lengthy. Very few questions, there may not be any other way. It has to be lengthy only. But many questions have, depending on the suitable formula, you can do easily. So these 6 questions are based on projection rule. Okay, everybody completed first question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So second question, if you start with C minus B cos A by B minus C cos A. Anybody want to give me an idea how to do?
Sir, we substitute C
You write
and B,
C.
sir.
Yeah, C and B can use projection rule. In the place of C, I can write A cos B plus B cos A minus B cos A. In the place of B, A cos C plus C cos A minus C cos A. Here I can cancel B cos A. Here I can cancel C cos A. I'll be left with A cos B by A cos C. I can cancel A and write cos B by cos C. Okay, this third one, B minus A cos C into sin A. In the place of B, I can use projection rule. A cos C plus C cos A minus A cos C into sin A. Now A cos C will cancel. Okay, I got something, but that is not the answer. C cos A into sin A. But C sin A I will write and cos A. According to sine rule, C sin A can be written as A sin C. So I can write this as A sin C. These two are equal. And cos C. Now A sin C cos C I think is the answer. Yes. Fourth one, B minus A cos C plus C into cos B minus cos A by C. Just expand this, I'll get B cos C minus A cos C, C cos B minus C cos A by C. B cos C and C cos B I can combine. It is B cos C plus C cos B minus A cos C plus C cos B by C. B cos C plus C cos B is A and A cos C plus C cos A is B by C. This is projection rule here. This is also projection rule. Okay. After that, I have to apply sine rule and apply transformations to get this answer. So I have to write this as 2r sin A, 2r sin B, and this is 2r sin C. I can cancel 2r. What is sin A minus sin B? Transformations 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. I can write sin C as 2 sin C by 2 cos C by 2 and later on cancel one of them so that I'll get this, but I want A plus B by 2. So what I'm going to do, first of all, sin C, I'm going to write sin 180 degrees minus A plus B. So that look on sin A plus B. I'll write this same thing, but this time erasing. This is sine A minus sine B. So this is again, let me write sine A minus sine B by sine A plus B. So after projection rule is done, we got this much. Now we are using sine rule and we are going to apply transformations and cancel out whatever is possible. Okay. So sine A minus sine B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 sine A minus B by 2. Down sine A plus B, I can write 2 sine A plus B by 2 cos A plus B by 2. Sine theta is 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Cos A plus B by 2 will cancel, 2 will cancel. When this goes up, it will become cosecant. I think that is the exact answer we wanted. Sine A minus B by 2 into cosecant A plus B by 2. Even the LHS is simplified up to here. Just to get the suitable RHS, we are applying transformations. Is it okay, fourth one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I don't think fifth one is very difficult. Expand LHS, I think will come. B cos C plus theta. C cos B minus theta. And expand, this is cos C cos theta minus sin C sin theta. This is cos B cos theta plus sin B sin theta. So B cos C into cos theta, B sin C into sin theta, C cos B into cos theta, C sin B into sin theta. From these two, I can take cos theta common. From these two, I can take sin theta common. When I take cos theta common, I'll get B cos C plus C cos B. When I take sin theta common, I'll get C sin B minus B sin C. This is A by projection rule and this is 0 by sine rule. So I'll get cos theta into A plus sin theta into 0, which is A cos theta. Everybody completed fourth one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, basically this chapter is, in a sense, it's dry where we have few formulas and same routine formulas, we have to keep on using it. Okay, I just want to, like, we prove projection rule based on the projections. Like that, for fifth question, I wanted to give another perspective to it. Let us say this, there is this angle is theta, and I have a triangle like this. This is small a, this is C, and this is B. This is small c, this is small b, this is small a. Okay. Not so important, but I'm just giving an idea. Basically, what I'm doing is, I want to take projection of A on this line. That is, let's say this is L. What is CL will be from this simple right angle triangle?
Cos theta.
A cos
A
theta.
cos. Okay. But same CL, I can find another way. I'll take this as M. I'll write CM plus ML. Only CM from this figure. Anybody want to tell what it is from the right angle triangle CAM?
B into cos of theta plus C.
Yes, because this is theta and this is C. It will be CM part will be B cos C plus theta. M, instead of M, I will take N here. ML is same as NB. Okay. If this angle is theta, even this is also theta, alternate interior angles, because I have drawn a horizontal line. Now from this small right angle triangle here, A and C, A and B, anybody want to tell what is NL, NB length? NB length. Hypotenuse is C. Based on that, what is NB length? Anybody? What is this total angle?
B.
B.
B
In that the small angle is theta. So what is this small angle will be?
B minus
Theta.
B minus theta. So this total angle is B. This is theta. So this angle is B minus theta. So in a right angle triangle, if hypotenuse is C, this angle is B minus theta. What is the adjacent side?
C cos B
minus
theta.
C cos B minus theta. So question is made. That's the question. This is equal to this. Instead of finding projection of one piece, we found projection of this, and add it. Is it okay? Not so important, but to just have an idea how sometimes people get idea to make some questions, just to give another perspective. All right.
Sir,
Yes, please.
so this class is not recording.
Yes, I'm recording.
Yes, sir, I have few network issues, so I got disconnected many times. So I want to watch it again. So I asked.
Yeah, every recording I'll send, not a problem. Usually I'm recording. Okay, right? Okay, sixth one. Let us start with LHS. A square. I want to write a square later on. A square by 4 sine 2c. I will write 2 sine c cos c. C square by 4 sine 2a. I want to write 2 sine a cos c. I think today it is not ending in 40 minutes. Is going on.
If we schedule earlier, we can get more time, sir.
Yeah, but anyway, we can just rejoin what is required.
Yes.
In the place of sine c, I will write c by 2r. And in the place of sine a, I will write a by 2r. Okay, I wrote sine 2a as, I should have written that out question. It's okay. Right. A square by 4. A square by 4 sine 2c plus c square by 4 sine 2a. Yes. Sine 2c is 2 sine c cos c, sine 2a is 2 sine a cos a. Cos a I am not changing, sine c I am writing c by 2r, here sine a I am writing a by 2r. 2 will cancel, 4r will come common, ac will come common. So I will get ac by 4r common will come. There will be one extra a and cos c. There will be one extra c and cos c. So c cos c. What is a cos c plus c cos c according to projection rule b? So you will get acb by 4r. ABC by 4r is a formula for delta. One of the formulas for delta. Okay. The purpose of showing all these questions mainly is, if I don't tell that these are based on projection rule, sometimes in a hurry we may use cosine rule here, cosine rule here, we may get answer, but the solution will become unnecessarily lengthy. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after this class is over, I'll send, or at least tomorrow morning, I'll send all the questions numbers which are based on cosine rule. Okay. Areas also I'll send separately. Projection rule, I think whatever questions are there in the textbook I covered. These are the questions directly from the textbook only I gave. All right. If I find one or two more, I may give you separately. There are tangent rule and something called Mollweed rule is a little bit is there. And if that is over, we have to go to off angle formulas. Okay. We'll discuss about that in our Monday's class. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.